The Christchurch Mosque shootings. The Christchurch Mosque shootings, which took place on March 15, 2019, in New Zealand, are among the deadliest terrorist attacks in the nation's history. The shootings resulted in the deaths of 51 people and left dozens more injured. The attack, driven by white supremacist ideology, targeted 2 mosques during Friday prayers and shocked the world, leading to significant changes in New Zealand's gun laws and an outpouring of global solidarity with the Muslim community. Background: New Zealand, known for its multicultural and peaceful society, was an unlikely setting for such a horrific act of violence. The country has a small but vibrant Muslim community, making up about 1% of the population. The attack specifically targeted this community, highlighting the global rise in hate crimes and the spread of extremist ideologies. The attack. On March 15, 2019, at around 1:40 p.m., Brenton Tarrant, a 28-year-old Australian national, began his attack at the Al-Noor Mosque in central Christchurch. Armed with semi-automatic rifles, Tarrant entered the mosque during Friday prayers and opened fire indiscriminately, live-streaming the massacre on social media using a helmet-mounted camera. The live stream, which lasted for about 17 minutes, showed the horrific nature of the attack and was widely condemned by global leaders. After attacking the Al-Noor Mosque, Tarrant drove approximately 5 kilometers to the Linwood Islamic Center, where he continued his rampage, killing more people. His attack at the Linwood Mosque was interrupted when a worshipper bravely fought back, leading Tarrant to flee the scene. Victims. The shootings resulted in 51 deaths and numerous injuries. The victims ranged in age from 3 to 77 years old and included men, women, and children. They were people from various backgrounds and nationalities, reflecting the diverse makeup of the Christchurch Muslim community. The attack left a profound impact on their families and the entire nation. The perpetrator. Brenton Tarrant, the attacker, was motivated by white supremacist and anti-immigrant ideologies. He had posted a manifesto online shortly before the attack, outlining his extremist beliefs and expressing admiration for previous mass shooters. The manifesto echoed themes of white genocide and replacement theory, which falsely claimed that white populations are being deliberately replaced by non-white immigrants. Tarrant had legally acquired firearms in New Zealand, exploiting the country's relatively lax gun laws at the time. His actions highlighted the ease with which individuals with malicious intent could obtain powerful weapons, prompting immediate calls for reform. Arrest and legal proceedings. Tarrant was arrested by police while he was on his way to a third target. He was charged with 51 counts of murder, 40 counts of attempted murder, and 1 count of engaging in a terrorist act, marking the first time someone in New Zealand was charged under the Terrorism Suppression Act. In March 2020, Tarrant pleaded guilty to all charges. His sentencing took place in August 2020, during which he waived his right to speak and did not oppose the sentence. Victims' families and survivors gave powerful impact statements, describing their immense grief and loss. Tarrant was sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole, the harshest sentence ever imposed in New Zealand. Response and reforms. The Christchurch Mosque shootings prompted a strong and immediate response from New Zealand's government and its citizens. Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern received widespread praise for her compassionate leadership and swift action in the aftermath of the attack. She visited the affected communities, offered condolences, and wore a hijab in solidarity with Muslim women. In response to the attack, New Zealand implemented significant changes to its gun laws. Within weeks, the government passed legislation banning military-style semi-automatic weapons and high-capacity magazines. A buyback program was also introduced to remove such firearms from circulation. The attack also led to global discussions about the role of social media in spreading extremist content. Major tech companies face scrutiny for their failure to prevent the live streaming and rapid dissemination of the attack footage. Efforts to regulate and monitor online platforms have since intensified to prevent the spread of violent and extremist content. Global impact and solidarity. The Christchurch Mosque shooting sparked a global wave of solidarity with the Muslim community. Vigils and memorials were held around the world, and messages of support poured in from leaders and individuals across different countries and faiths. The phrase "They are us" spoken by Prime Minister Ardern, became a rallying cry for unity and inclusivity. The attack underscored the importance of combating hate and extremism in all its forms. It prompted renewed efforts to promote tolerance, understanding, and respect for diversity, both in New Zealand and internationally. Conclusion. As we explore the Christchurch Mosque shootings on True Crime, we will delve into the detailed timeline of events, the investigation, and the broader societal implications of this tragic case. Join us as we examine the evidence, the impact on the community, and the ongoing efforts to address hate and extremism. The story of the Christchurch Mosque shootings serves as a powerful reminder of the need for vigilance, solidarity, and action to protect vulnerable communities and uphold the values of peace and inclusivity.